Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It must be Tuesday night. We are your Tampa Bay ThunderStrikers, broadcasting from the WCIG 104.1 FM radio booth inside Snappers Grill and Comedy Club, located in scenic Palm Harbor, Florida. And now, on with the show.
Thank you very much, Jeremy Davis, my all-star producer. This is my co-host, Devon Stopford, and I am your host, Joe D'Angelo, for the Tampa Bay ThunderStrikers live. And welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show. What's going on, Devon? Long time no see.
Hello, right?
All right. How you doing, Mr. Davis?
I am living the dream, buddy.
Living the dream? Oh, this is the dream. And we are in it. And, wow, for all those people out there, let's get rolling with tonight's material. Before we get to the bulk of what we're going to be talking about tonight, which is the Tampa Bay Lightning, I have some pass along prayers. This is the prayer section for people that need our prayers in our group. First of all, Jennifer Bukowski, her son Tony traveling in a snowstorm. Pray for the safety. That they could get home safe. Also, we have a prayer request. It is from the McGiggle family. Frank McGiggle. Pray for him. He was diagnosed with throat cancer. So, tough time.
Our hearts go out to him.
Yep, so I told Jennifer that we pray for him and everything. So, terrible news. Just right before the show, she had told me this, and it's really sad. So our hearts and prayers are out for you, Jennifer, and for the McGiggle family, Frank McGiggle. Hell of a way to start the show off, but unfortunately, it was needed to. Jen wanted me to pass that along. So thoughts and prayers for the family, the McGiggle family, and Frank McGiggle. Okay, moving on. Let's open the show. And we start. Fortunately, we don't have to start with the Islander game. Thank God, because we really, really messed up in that Islander game. So we're going to open up with let's start off with the Bolts recap. And the 5-3 Bolts win was first period. This game was a little bit. What you think of it?
It was pretty good. I mean, we played pretty good there.
Saturday night, the Bolts came out and they looked okay compared to what we seen the other night. Braden Point scored in the first period. His 29th goal of the season. It was 1-0. Sabres ultimately scored 2 goals after that to make it 2-1 at the end of the first period. We came back in the second period with Andre Palat, his 6th goal of the season, and we tied it at 2-2. The assist by Sergachev and Hetty on that. And that's how the second period ended, 2-2. Go on to the third period where Buffalo had scored 3-2 on a goal. But we came back with Kucherov, his 22nd goal of the season, and assisted by Stamkos. And guess what? We're tied 3-3. What'd you think?
Yeah, looking pretty good.
Yeah, looking pretty good. Steven Stamkos followed with his 24th of the season, assisted by Hetty and Cooch, and it's 4-3 Bolts. And then Ryan Callahan with number 5, assisted by Killer and Sorelli, and that was it, 5-3.
We played there.
I really thought that the momentum was going to go right into the Islander game the next night. Of course, as you know, it was a back-to-back game, Saturday, Sunday. Saturday night ended up with us winning 5-3 over the Sabres. And then we move on to Sunday's game. And, of course, there's a lot to be said about Sunday's game. First of all, it was our watch party. And I'll tell you, that was a fun time. There's a lot of people sitting out in the snapper section. That's really, really loud.
They're having a good time out there. Clearly.
They really are. They really are.
They are.
Sounds like we've got an audience, though, doesn't it?
That could be our audience.
It is our audience. They're
It is
now
our
our
audience.
audience. They're here for us and only us.
I don't see no dollar tacos though.
They had some earlier.
They had some earlier.
Had some
Yeah.
other things, too.
Yeah.
Apparently, they had a few drinks too.
More than a few.
All right, back to the meat and potatoes, or
Yes.
the liver and the onions in the case of this game.
I want to talk to everybody and give everybody the news about the Islanders game. Obviously, we lost that game, as everybody knows. But you know what? We have to talk about the fundraiser that we had.
It was a great success.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah, the fundraiser was awesome. There's a lot of people to thank. I'm going to start off with Jacqueline Dry. She's the one that made it happen. Awesome. So we thank you, Jacqueline Dry, for coordinating this. Of course, our own Jennifer Pukowski. Yeah. Excellent job planning. Just everything that was coordinated into this event. We raised over $1,000 for the 2019 toy drive. Of course, we're going to buy bikes and everything. Yeah. Keep it going. Yeah. Like a Beavis and Butthead. Shout out to Gators Dockside Spring Hill, their management staff, and everybody that coordinated this event at Gators Dockside Spring Hill. Let's see. What else do we got here? Well, again, they're the most important because the event was held there in their location. They were excellent hosts. Thank you, everybody, for coordinating this. We raised the money that we exceeded what I thought we were going to get. And I think, Jennifer, too.
It was extraordinarily successful. Extraordinarily.
Yeah. So one hell of a way to start off 2019 with a fundraiser that brings in that kind of money. Everybody did well with the raffles. Some people came away with some nice stuff. Jerseys. It was just great. So I want to thank Kevin Cohen and my co-host, Devin Stoppard, for running the raffle table. It was awesome. Yeah. We did some Facebook Lives so everybody could see the merchandise being raffled off, see everybody that was there on the location. So, again, I am very, very proud of everybody that had something to do with this. It's a great event. Raising over $1,000 is just amazing.
Yeah.
So, and of course, we left with a full box of toys.
That was amazing.
They had a hard time getting that in the back seat of the car.
Yep.
That big box full of toys and everything. So everybody stepped up their game. They got some really good prizes, some tickets to the games. So really did well.
Some hockey pucks.
Really did well. Signed hockey pucks. I mean, we really, really did well.
We went all out.
How about those hockey sticks that were raffled off? Those signed hockey sticks?
Those were beautiful.
Yeah. So I'm very, very proud. I'm sure, I speak on behalf of, the leadership team. Everybody did a really great job. I'm so proud of you guys. Thank you very much. And here we go again. Jennifer's planning a bowl-a-thon. So let's look forward to that. That's coming up in March. Just keep on, Jennifer will keep you updated on when the event's going to be, but it's definitely going to be in March. And, of course, it's going to be on a Saturday night. So we look forward to the second annual bowl-a-thon. And good evening to the chat room. I know there's a lot of people out there. So before I continue, I want to go to Jeremy to update everybody on the chat.
All right, yeah, we got a very fine-looking audience out there tonight.
Yes.
Both here at the Stoppers Comedy Club and our stalwart friends and fans that have joined us on Tuesday as we do. Kevin Cohen, of course. I just met him earlier tonight.
Yes, you met him for the first time.
Stand-up gentleman. Patrick Benelli. Dan Harrijon. Jennifer Barkowski, of course. Zechariah Miller. Ed Hommel. John McNamee. Sarah Piazza. Paul Venier. And Steve Hafke.
Paul Venier, when are you going to come to Tampa, man? When are you going to come to Tampa? One of the best comedians.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, and Joy Barrett just joined us.
Joy Barrett.
Yeah.
That rings a bell. I think you won something on our. Yes.
Yeah,
I think
Steve.
so.
I think Steve won a couple things too. So
Yep.
a
Yeah.
lot
Steve
of,
won a couple
fine
of
people
things.
out there. We love you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. All right, Joe. Is it time to deliver the bad news?
Well, let me tell you this.
We got some
Let me
more
give
good
you a
news.
little bit of history here. Ronnie Pisco is an Islander fan, folks, and I don't hold that against him. I really don't. I was born an Islander fan. I go back long before Ronnie does being an Islander fan. I was a season ticket holder for the Islanders. I saw them win all their cups in the 80s. So I know how good that franchise is and everything. And I still vote for them unless they play my Tampa Bay Lightning. And that I told him that, as a Lightning diehard fan that I am, and of course I'm a broadcast journalist as well. I just need to mention that as well. Because I have so many hats I wear and titles and everything that, I got to lay this out. So Ronnie was at the fundraiser, and he was wearing his Islander shirt. So when he walked into the bar, everybody was like, oh, my Lord, look at that. There's one Islander fan and a whole bar full of Tampa Bay Lightning fans. And, of course, the group night. And, we were all there at the table and everything. Devon and Kevin worked the raffle station. So they were in charge of the raffles and everything. I was watching over everything and pretty much watching Ronnie drink number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10, number 11, number 12, number 13. I think he stopped at 13.
Yeah, he stopped at 13.
Thankfully, he stopped at number 13.
So that's a baker's dozen, right?
Yeah. So yeah, he had quite a alcohol consumption, and considering that his team upset us, actually his team wasn't better than us. It's just that we were just flat. We were bad.
We didn't look good at all.
Vasi had an off night. I mean, an all-star goaltender. He's not perfect. The Islanders look pretty good.
They did. They did. We were flat. We didn't get our footing.
Yeah.
The passing just stunk.
So there was a lot of negative things right off the outcome. Let's cover this.
Dive right in.
Not that I really want to.
No,
It's like
we don't
ripping
really
off a
want to,
Band-Aid,
but-
buddy. Just rip it off and get her done.
Oh boy. All right, here we go. Let's see. Okay. All right, here we go. For the first period at 1:21 into the first, Brock Nelson with his 16th goal of the season, and it's 1-0 Islanders. At 4:27, another goal by Clutterbuck, and it's 2-0. 4:43, Devon Toes 3-0, and you know what, folks? I'm not liking this. And
No,
remember what we were saying?
I don't remember the exact words, but
It was like, we're in trouble.
yeah.
We're in trouble. Yeah. 3-0. Vasi gives up 3 quick goals. We're down in the first period. It's
Doesn't
not
look
looking
good.
good. I'm saying to myself, okay, well, maybe we'll come out in the second period a lot more
Ready to play.
ready to play and everything. And dashed our hopes at 11:03. Another goal by the Islanders. Sitkus. It's 4-0. And you know what? People in the bar weren't really paying attention after that at that point.
No, they weren't.
Here, Ronnie Pisco has got his Islander shirt on, and hello, Linda Murphy. Linda Murphy. She was definitely one of the people that won on the contest. So, Linda, I'll make sure that stuff gets in the mail. There's a couple of people out there that I need to send your stuff to. Well, in the second period at almost 18:12, Ryan McDonough scores his 5th goal of the season, assisted by Stamkos and Palat. 4-1.
We don't have a chance.
The life is like really,
sucked.
yeah.
Drained.
It's really, really bad. And they just ended it in the third period at 19:08. Josh Bailey, his 10th goal of the season. We can't seem to ever stop Josh Bailey. It's 5-1, and that's pretty much how it ended, folks. So the Islanders put off the upset. I was very upset about it, but you know what?
We just got to move on and play the next one.
Can't win them all, folks. It
No.
just so happened that we didn't play good against the Islanders, which normally we do. We own them. This time we didn't own them.
But we always come back.
Congratulations, Islanders. You won one in that barnyard you play that no frills arena that's got the damn car parked in the middle of the arena. What the hell kind of arena is that? That is absolutely insane. I hate that arena. Damn it to hell. Get a real arena, people.
And we always bounce back after
You're the New
a
York
loss.
Islanders, man. You're the Long Islanders. You don't play in Brooklyn. You don't play in a damn what is that damn arena anyway? It's a damn basketball arena. It's a basketball arena.
Yeah.
It's not a hockey arena.
No.
I don't understand why the Islanders are playing in it. It just doesn't make any sense.
Boston does that too.
I am very, very upset about that. That's disgraceful. The Islanders had all that history in the Nassau Coliseum, all those years, all those cups that we won. 4 in a row, baby. 4 in a row.
And we always bounce back good after a loss.
Well, I was talking about the Islanders, Devin, but yes, it's true. We will bounce back tonight. We are playing Dallas. Everybody remember Ben Bishop?
Yep.
Big Ben.
Well, for you Ben Bishop fans, Ben Bishop is not starting in goal tonight. It is the rookie goaltender in the ring tonight.
Yep.
So Ben Bishop will watch on the sidelines and back up. Hopefully he'll get in. We scored very, very well against him last year. We beat him twice. And maybe they felt a little butthurt and said, you know what, we're going to take Ben and put him on the sides. We're not going to put him in goal tonight. And even more good news is that, well, I would have liked to see Ben.
I would have too.
Yeah.
I imagine after the game's over tonight, after we crush them, he's going to be sitting in the locker room crying into his Cheerios.
Well, why would he be crying in his Cheerios if he's not even playing?
And he's like, oh, if I had been out there, I could have made some of those saves. But I didn't because I'm overpaid hack.
Wow, you're really busting on Ben Bishop.
Hey, I'll bust on anybody, baby.
But you don't even know Ben Bishop. Why
Well,
would you bust on Ben
I
Bishop?
don't really know him. I mean, we made out once.
Do you know Ben Bishop, the goaltender for the Tampa Bay Lightning, up until Vasi took over?
Yeah, I know who he is. And like I said, we made out once behind the dumpster at a Senior Frogs. But other than that, I don't know anything about the guy.
Okay.
Moving on.
He's not starting tonight. The Lightning they should tear a new butt into the Dallas Stars. I'm predicting victory tonight. I'm going to go ahead and predict it. I really am. I like the idea. Now it's on to our other section where the NHL power rankings. Here we go.
Well, before we do that, we've had a couple questions from some of our fans out there in the in the chat room. So before we give the power rankings, why don't we answer a couple questions? Is that all right with you?
Go right ahead.
What do you think, Devin?
Yeah.
Couple questions? Question and answer period?
Let's do it.
All right. Mike Adams wants to address the disturbing trend of the Lightning these last few games about these habitual poor starts. What do you guys think about that?
That, my friend, is a definite yes. They have been awful out of the gate. And I don't know what the response is going to be tonight. I'm sure Cooper is aware of this. The staff is aware of this. They cannot afford to keep doing this. It is. You have any answer to this?
It's just slow starters. You just can't seem to get going.
Do you think that this is a problem of strategy?
Yeah.
That it's something that can be addressed with good coaching and a slight tweak of their strategies before the games? Or do you think that this is something that's a little bit more systemic?
This has been a trend. And like he says, it's disturbing. And it needs to stop. The Bolts have to come out with the idea that every period is important and they cannot afford to come out like that. These games are important.
They are.
Of course.
You can't come out sluggish like this. The way they came out against the Islanders was absolutely horrid.
Disturbing.
There's no question about it. It has to be addressed. If we want to be a Stanley Cup team, this team is going to have to address that issue. I don't know if it's a mental issue. Maybe they need to be down to come back like they always do. Most of the time they always do. 99% of the time they come back when they give up a couple of goals. 1-0, 2-0, you're starting to freak out. 3-0. What the hell's going on? 4-0, you're not pulling your goaltender yet. You're down 4-0. You still have your goaltender in there at 4-0. What are you waiting for?
Jennifer Barkowski suggests one solution could be to mix up the starting lines. What do you think about that?
Well, the thing is that they've been moving, they've been adjusting the lines. And, of course, we've had these little nagging injuries to some of our key players, and Joseph comes in and fills in, and, it's something that needs to be addressed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really feel, and you know what, I definitely understand what you're saying. I understand why you're asking that question. And my best answer to that is they need to really work on their fundamentals and their drills and get it through their heads that the first period is just as important as the second period and the third period. Work on it, boys. That's what practice is for. Get your game on, get your head straight, and they will address that issue.
I wonder if that's something that we're going to see different tonight, because I'm almost 100% sure that all this same stuff was covered, behind the scenes with the coaches and the players.
Correct.
So maybe tonight we'll see a different team coming out with all guns blazing, and that would be a very, very good sign.
I'm trying to look for a key stat.
You got some statistics on
A
this?
key stat that I'm looking for right now.
They need to play like it's the first period is the last period.
Let me say this: the road wins. We have 16 road wins, so we are a very good road team. That is an impressive stat. Road points, we have 34, so they're scoring a lot of goals on the road. Another key stat. Let me be as clear as possible. This has got to be addressed. It is a mental issue. I really think the fundamentals get it in their heads that first period is just as important as the second and the third period. They have to come out fighting. They have to be aggressive. And whether it's an okay team like the Islanders, who are not a perimeter, they're not really a top 5 team. So they're not as good as some of these bigger teams, but they are a good team and they are respectable. And we came out and we looked like trash. And that's not what we are and who we are. We're the best team in the NHL.
That's right, buddy.
We didn't look like ourselves.
So I hope I answered your question, Mike Adams, and I'm trying to be as specific as possible.
I think you really got in deep with that. Good coverage.
I had to.
Yeah, you're a broadcast journalist.
I am a broadcast journalist, damn it. I got the Bible right here. This is my Bible. This is my Bible. These are key stats, facts. Joey don't lie, baby. I deliver it each and every week on Tuesday night at 7 o'clock.
Eastern Standard
And the
Time.
hype is real, baby.
Right.
The hype is real.
All right, we got one more question here.
Bring it.
Ed Hummel wanted us to discuss who do you think is going to get traded at the trading deadline?
Well, Slater Cuckoo went bye-bye. That was no surprise.
He went the way of the dodo or the cuckoo. Ha-ha.
I want to wish Mr. Slater Cuckoo good luck with your new team. I expected them to deal. I mean, come on, folks. You knew he was going.
Yeah.
You knew he was going. We have a very convenient problem. And this is one of the things that we had talked about. And Ed, we have such our depth on our team is better than any other team in the NHL, period. Anybody that wants to take me on that, bring it on, because that's a fact. We have the biggest depth in all of hockey. All the teams, nobody has a bigger, better depth than we do. If somebody gets hurt, like a Strawman or perfect example, Hedman, he got hurt and it looked kind of scary and we weren't sure if he was going to come back.
It was really scary.
I thought maybe he was going to miss a little time and everything, and I was a little bit worried. But again, Slater Cuckoo, good luck in Chicago. We traded him for Rutta. Now, Rutta's not a bad player. He's a defenseman, and he's pretty good. I don't got no problems with that. He's down on the crunch right now, and he's recallable if we need him. And while I'm at it, let me just add that Vasilevsky was added to the All-Star for Price, and Vasi deserves it. Vasi should be in the All-Star game again, and he is. So congratulations, Andre Vasilevsky. As far as Braden Point goes, unfortunately, don't get me started on that. A miscarriage of justice. Call it what you want. This is an absolute travesty. I'm going to go off on this. because I don't like the idea of Braden Point not being in the All-Star game when you have 29 damn goals on the season. How the hell can you not be on the All-Star team?
Yeah, really.
And I'm sure you guys out there are very upset as well. And I just don't know what to say about this. Last year, we had 5 guys on the All-Star team. This year, we have 4. We should have 5. Braden Point should be on there. I want to recount. I want to see the ballots. I want to see it all. Because Braden Point deserves that damn
He
nod.
definitely does.
Now, is there a way that he can still get on the team, like through like a fan vote, or if some other player drops out?
It's already been
it's a done deal.
Done deal. Now, if somebody gets hurt before the All-Star game, that's a different story. But it's just a travesty that Braden Point is not on the roster. And again, the more I think about it, the more fired up I get. My cap's gonna blow off my head in any minute now. Yeah. Oh, he's going to record my ding. I remember that every time that I have an action and a reaction, my producer is a sneaky son of a bitch, and he'll go through his little codgery, whatever that little thing he's stirring up. He's stirring up a pot of stew, and he's freaking saying, "Okay, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get this guy in one of these little angry moments." He's waiting for me to go off. He's waiting for this hat to blow off. Mm-hmm. He's waiting for me to blow up steam. Well, guess what? Braden Point's not on the All-Star team. That grinds my gears.
Why do you think he was left off? Is there some reason for that?
You know what? I mean,
because like you said, he's a great player. He's an absolute amazing scorer.
Let's understand the concept of this thing, okay? You have to
break it down.
Every team has to have a representative on it. Do you get that?
Right.
Okay, so every team, look at the Rangers. Perfect example. Their pathetic goaltender, okay? He made the All-Star team. Why? How did he make the All-Star team? He's not doing that good. He's not an All-Star this year, but he made the team. You know why he made the team? Because they have to pick one player on their roster, and they all suck. So they went to the goaltender. The goaltender.
The Queen
himself.
Do you think he'll even play?
No. Well, maybe.
They'll make him suit up and then give him a bowl of Cheerios.
We own the Metropolitan Division. We've totally annihilated them. This is the first game that Metropolitan has finally beat us. Just this one time. With the Islanders winning the other night, that was the first time the Metropolitan beat the Atlantic. You're not going to see it often, so don't get used to it. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. So hopefully I answered your questions, and thanks a lot, guys, for the questions.
Absolutely.
I love when they bring on the questions, and I try to serve up the answers as best as I can at being the broadcast journalist that I am.
And the host. Founder.
Yeah,
wait, we'll get to that later. If you
long strip of. He added a few too.
The list keeps growing and growing, my friend. Oh, yeah. But yeah, if you guys out there, in ThunderStriker land want to ask us a question, can I even say this? Ask us a question. Just type it over here in the chat.
It's his editing juice.
I haven't had editing juice.
He hasn't had his editing juice. That's why he's sluttering. Yeah.
It's these people out here that are.
Do you have a stada?
Problem.
If you guys want to ask us questions, just type it over there in the chat. I'll make sure to make a note of it. And when there's a break, after you've done your broadcast journalism and we've gone through all the news, game statistics, and facts that are fit to report, we'll try to address all your questions.
They're leaving.
Thank God they're leaving.
Our candid audience is leaving the studio.
God, I hope they're calling an Uber or something.
Oh my Lord! I hope they're not driving home.
Let's say these people have clearly had a couple bottles of editing juice. All right, let's do the power rankings with Devon Stopford.
Yes. Okay, Mr. Devon.
Hang on, let me give you an intro. I want to try this too. This is a new segment. And now, your co-host, Devon Stopford, with your power rankings for January 15th,
start from
2019.
Number 10 to number 1.
Number 10, Boston Bruins.
Boo!
Number 9, Pittsburgh Penguins.
With Cindy Crosby.
8, Vegas Golden Knights.
Yeah, what did they
All right.
say about Vegas?
Well, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Stay to hell in Vegas, please.
7, Winnipeg Jets.
That's a tough team.
Hey, it's from Canada, eh?
Yeah.
What's it all about?
6, Washington Capitals. Number 5, Nashville Predators.
I like the Predators, but they're not that good.
Number 4, San Jose Sharks.
Damn good team, man. They got my respect.
The Sharks.
The Sharks.
Number 3, Calgary Flames.
Calgary Flames are a pain in the butt. They're a tough team.
Number 2, Toronto Maple Leafs.
Well, here we go. Mr. Tavares and all you overrated. Oh, it's Toronto Maple Leafs. You're number 2. You're number 2 again. I don't know how many times you've been number 2. You're going to stay number 2. Maybe even drop to number 3, 4, or 5 because you're not getting the job done. You're certainly not going to catch the number 1 team. And the number 1 team is...
The Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yes. It looks like my friends have got it right again. And I just want to point out to the Islander fans out there, where did we rank the Islanders? Wow. Did they rank them at all? 7? Where are they? Blue Jackets are number 11. Islanders are number 12 ranked. Sabres are number 13 ranked. You know what I'm getting with this, right? Colorado Avalanche, Montreal Canadiens, Minnesota Wild, Anaheim Ducks, Vancouver Canucks, Carolina Hurricanes, number 20. Edmonton Oilers, Florida Panthers, 22. New York Rangers, number 23.
The Rags.
The Rags are down on the bottom. Of course, the Ottawa Senators are the last at 31.
How they had a big fall from grace, didn't they? Remember, the Senators were like the best team
You know,
ever.
I don't know what's going on in Ottawa, but they're really not doing so well. Really. And I might add, folks, that while I have this came up on my feed. Tampa Bay ThunderStrikers are having a ThunderStriker night, and it is sold out. So I'm very, very happy about that. All right. I am looking forward to this because this year is a little bit different. Last couple of years, we've had the Zamboni night, and everybody got to go on the Zamboni and everything. But this year is a little bit different. We're going to be playing the Dallas Stars again at home. And guess what? We're not going to be doing the Zamboni, but we are going to be lighting up the arena with the Tesla coils.
That looks really exciting.
It does.
Tesla coils are really fun.
Yes. So between the second and third period, all of our members that bought tickets are going to be brought up into the special section there. And then we're going to light it up, baby. Boom, 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 boom. Boom goes the dynamite. Test the coils. I like that. I like that a lot. It's going to be fun.
It will be.
So for all you people that purchased the tickets and everything, you're going to be in for a treat. We're going to go up there. We're going to light up the Tesla coils. Thank you very much to Mr. Gallupi, my rep, who told me all about what's going to be happening that
Joey
night.
Jaluppi.
Joey Gallupi. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, that's going to be for a great picture, too.
It will be.
We will be recording it. Well, we'll be taking a lot of pictures. We're not allowed to record it. So,
Pictures are fun.
Pictures are fine. So, NHL standings, the Tampa Bay Lightning, of course, are on top with 72 points. Toronto Maple Leafs are long behind at 58 points. And then you have a whole bunch of teams with 57 points. Boston Bruins, Montreal Canadiens, 55. Sabres, 52. Panthers, 42. Red Wings, 41. And the lowly Ottawa Senators with 39 points.
Ugh, PU.
They are awful.
PU.
So congratulations. Oh, man, I'm telling you, I love this. I love this. We're really just on such a roll that even if we do lose one game, it's like a major upset. Sometimes it's going to be you can't play great on every game, and there's going to be times where you have these little setbacks and everything, and regardless of the team who you're playing, it happens. So I noticed my nephew's in the chat room, James Meadowcroft.
Yep. He's been commenting. Do we have any more news to report? Then we can give a nice shout out to all of the fabulously good-looking people.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, we are your Tampa Bay ThunderStrikers, broadcasting from the WZIG 104.1 FM radio booth.
He really works hard on that.
I'm working on it. Inside Snappers Grill and Comedy Club, located in scenic Palm Harbor, Florida. Let's give it up for Janine Ambrosino Tate. I hope I pronounced your last name correctly. Christopher Golightly, the stalwart fan that he is.
Yes.
Of course, James Meadowcroft, Brandon Schultz, Susan K. Herring, Catherine Ward, Andrew Miller, Lori Schroeder Jones. I hope I pronounced that correctly too.
Okay.
James Wetzel, and of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Dylan Wood, or as I like to call him,
Woodrow.
Oh, it gets me every time.
You miss Woodrow, don't you?
I think I do. We need you up here soon, Woody. We miss you, buddy. We haven't done Woody's Corner in a while.
Yeah, Woody's Corner has been replaced by
we've got some new segments.
Something new.
New segments coming in. Of course, I just invented a new segment. We're going to hopefully do that every week. Is Devon Stopford's Power Rankings. That'll be your thing. So I'll get some music for you for that.
All right, sounds good.
Absolutely. Yep. So
nice. Yes.
Where do you want to go from here?
We've reached that point.
We've got about 23 minutes left.
Okay. Well, you want to do
a couple segments?
You want to do the news or?
Absolutely. Let me.
I
I live for this stuff. I love practicing it.
No offense, folks, but last week Florida took a serious dumping.
It was terrible.
It was.
Hopefully, I have some here that ain't McDonald's. Oh, wait a minute.
Well, hang on.
Or ain't Florida. I just looked at McDonald's here and I said it.
Yeah, let's do the intro here because I love practicing this stuff. Here we go.
Here we go.
This is the news. Wacky, wild, and ridiculous news from all around the world. Brought to you by the founder, president, CEO, consigliere, pharaoh, grand poobah, head cheese, mayor and governor, and he's also my good buddy, a Mr. Joe D'Angelo.
I don't
now
think I
hit
have
him,
enough
baby.
roles. I don't think you said enough there.
I got a few more here, but
okay.
I don't want to give you too much credit here.
Okay.
Hit him, baby.
Okay. Well, we start off in the great state of Texas.
Hey, you know what they have in Texas, right?
I'm not going there.
A bunch of people and things.
Yeah. Good enough. A Texas woman was busted for cruising around her local Walmart parking lot in an electric shopping cart while sipping wine from a Pringles can. You got that? You got that? She's sipping wine from a Pringles can. Wichita Falls cops later caught up with the unidentified woman at a nearby restaurant and informed her she had been banned from the big box store.
At least she was reusing the can.
She was reusing a can.
Hey, recycling's important.
Hey, recycling is important. Well, I'm going to save this one for Jeremy. This one's perfect for you.
Oh boy.
Okay, here we go. Let's head out to Virginia. We're going to spare Florida here. A speed demon led cops on a blistering chase across 3 Virginia counties because it was his lifelong dream to run from the police, authorities said. After fulfilling his dream, Ramal Wilson, 24, of Wakefield, was busted on charges of eluding police at speeds of up to 130 miles an hour with posed for cops with a big smile on his face. Congratulations. Now you're in jail, buddy.
Hey, he's living the dream.
I guess so.
He's get 3 hots in a cot.
Okay, how about we dish a little bit on Mickey D's gusting? A man carried a bloody raccoon carcass into a San Francisco McDonald's and dumped it on the table.
Hey, I wonder if they were able to tell the difference between that disgusting raccoon carcass and the McDonald's hamburgers. Bammo.
Wow. This mother beep beep brings a damn raccoon here. A witness shouts in a video of the incident, which shut the eatery for 3 days until health inspectors gave the all clear. What do you think of that?
Doesn't surprise me. Nothing surprises me anymore.
Not anymore.
Yeah. A massive installation of menstrual pads arranged in the shape of a uterus has set a Genesis World Record. The display of more than 10,000 pads was set up at a medical conference in India to promote menstrual hygiene.
That's one way of doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Here's the one for Jeremy right here on the bottom here.
Oh, you got one for me?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Fitting, right?
Oh, man. You know, I'm not even going to address that. Speaking of the high seas, a drug-sniffing police dog in Port Canaveral, Florida, had to be given overdose meds after the poor pooch became overwhelmed screening passengers for an electronic music-themed cruise. Oh, the dog Jake inhaled ecstasy, tests found, but he's expected to recover. Man, you know, that dog was probably having a really good time. I don't support drug use and whatnot, but this is true, and it's always been true.
Mm-hmm.
Drugs make you feel good. I know, groundbreaking news, right?
Groundbreaking.
Who would have thought drugs make you feel great? I feel bad for the dog, though. It's terrible. Terrible.
That is terrible.
It
Can I
is.
do a couple more here?
Yeah, sure.
Let's see. Alligators, you know. We won't talk about alligators. Let's do.
Wow.
All right. This one looks good. Where's my music? Oh, it's right here. All right. That'll all be edited out later. A group of bizarro world Christopher Columbuses convinced that the Earth is flat are planning to set sail on what should be a terrifying trip for them, a worldwide cruise. The Flat Earth International Conference, which denies what investigators disproved centuries ago, will embark on a reality-bending voyage in 2020. I guess. Precise dates and details are scant, but the group promises its biggest, boldest adventure yet. I can't believe that people still think that the Earth is flat.
They'll always think that.
I don't know, man. Terrible. I talked to somebody the other day that really does truly believe that not only is the Earth flat, but that the moon landing was fake. And have you guys ever heard of chemtrails? You know what chemtrails are?
No.
You ever look up in the sky and you see those lines of exhaust that planes shoot out?
Yep.
There are certain people out there that believe that's actually like drugs and medications that are being dispersed into the air to make us pliable and mentally incompetent. They call them chemtrails. Of course, it's complete baloney, but hey, people will believe anything. All right, let's do one more here.
Okay.
Because we got a lot of time to kill. We did the McDonald's one, right?
Yep.
We did the menstrual pads one. All right, we'll do the alligator one. Residents of a Mississippi town were stunned when a search for a missing cat revealed a 7-foot alligator in a storm drain. That'll shock you. Quote, at first, we were like, wait a minute. So we took a second glance. Said Bouquet Snow of Pascagoula. Now that's a mouthful. Pascagoula. Quote, then I took out my phone, took a picture, and told the neighbors. Of course, that's what you do when you find an alligator in a storm drain. You take a picture of it. Animal control officers removed the gator, and unfortunately, the cat remains missing. I think I know what happened to the
Yeah,
cat.
I think so.
Yeah, pretty obvious.
And that was
Done.
the news. Thank you.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. And you know what? We went a little easy on Florida this time. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, you know, Florida has its fair share of craziness, and we don't always have to report it in the news, but
Sure.
Hey, half the time you just walk outside the door and see a bunch of
Yeah.
crazy stuff, right?
What do we got laying over there that Jennifer's pouring down?
That is a steaming pile of
Poop.
feces,
Yes.
as it was. I always think it's hilarious that those types of things are emojis that you can
It
send
is.
out there. I remember when GChat, the Google Chat program, first came out. There was a thing that you could type in that looked like a pile of excrement, but it was actually just a beehive. Very interesting, right?
Oh, okay. All right. So now that we have a little bit of time, I'm going to go over the let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got an upcoming schedule here.
Well, do you want to do one more question? Because Jennifer asked a question earlier.
Oh, okay. Bring it.
Jennifer Barkowski asks, and I'm sure this is right up your alley. It's exactly the type of question that you like to answer. Why do we play well against good teams, but play terribly against bad teams?
Very good question. Very good question, Devin. Do you have an answer to that, or do you want me to answer that?
I'll answer that one.
Okay. All right. Well, this is traditional. I think a lot of the teams do this. You kind of lay back a little bit. I think it's definitely the wrong type of mental outlook that you have. If you're playing a tough team and you know they're going to be tough, the top 5 team that's really, really good, and you're going against them, you tend to get out there and want to prove that you're the better team. You don't want them to get any kind of domination over you. This is the thing that I see. I think the Lightning, most of the time, are coming in prepared and wanting to devastate the teams, but unfortunately, it's not in the first period. And here we go back to that same issue where we give up a couple of goals early, and have to claw our way back, and all of a sudden you have that positive outlook, like we're definitely going to come back, we're definitely going to win this. That is not the right thing to have. That's not the right mindset to have. You have got to go out there, play your guts out in the first period just as hard, second and third period. You know, the third period, they're really going out there and killing it. You can't do that. You got to kill it in the first, kill it in the second, kill it in the third. I think with the Islanders, this team was tired. This team just did not have anything to offer.
Maybe they underestimated them too.
They could have.
Yeah.
I mean, they beat them earlier in the season, and I think maybe they underestimated. The Islanders are really, really playing a lot better. They're a dangerous team, and I don't say that because I'm an Islander fan too. I say that because this is the reality of it. The Islanders have a very good record. They are a very experienced coach. Their coach is unbelievable, and their management, they have put together a great organization over there, and they're going to be tough.
There's a reason they're professionals.
Yes,
You know,
but some teams don't have the big name coach, the big name ownership that like the Islanders have. They have guys sometimes you never heard of them. Some guys have rookie coaches. Some teams have rookie coaches. Some teams, like I said, it's a process and thinking. I really feel like the next time we play the Islanders, and I have that right here, the next time we play the Islanders is February 1st, which is our moving day.
Mm-hmm.
So we might want to get that TV cable on there, make sure we can watch the game. And ironically, on the 2nd, we play the Rangers. So on the first, we play the Islanders. On the 2nd, we play the Rangers. We have got to come with all our mentality of we are the beast. We are the number 1 team. We need to go out there and prove it. Show them that we're the number 1 team. Show them why we're the number 1 team in all of hockey, and have fire. You know, and I just think that they didn't have the fire on Sunday night when they played the Islanders.
They did
Vassy was hung out to dry
several times.
Like I said, we have a tough schedule coming up, and it's not going to be easy, folks. After the Stars tonight, on Thursday, we have the Maple Leafs. Then Saturday night, we have the Sharks. Then next Wednesday on the 30th, we have the Penguins. And then you have the back-to-back where you're going to have the Islanders and Rangers, and of course, Vasi's going to be one, and Louis Domingue's going to be the second game, or whoever, vice versa. I really think Vasi's going to want the Islanders back next time. So
I do too.
yeah, and I think Louis
Like
Domingue's
he's going
gonna
out for revenge or something like that.
I think he really felt like he let the team down by giving up all those goals. But the bottom line is, you're only as good as your defense too. You have to have your defense watching your goaltender. So, I believe that. What's going on with Ed Moran there?
Little picture of Patrick there from SpongeBob. Cute.
I guess so.
Rolling all over himself.
Yeah, well, Ed Moran likes those Pittsburgh Penguins.
The Pengies.
Ooh,
Ugh.
with Cynthia Crosby.
The flightless birds.
Cindy Crosby. The Penguins aren't all that this year.
Crosby's a has-been.
They're not all that this year, Eddie. They're not all that. I don't really see us with a problem beating the Penguins. And again, like I said, if we come out like we're supposed to and play the way we're supposed to, I really think, it's a back-to-back too, and I don't want to use that as an excuse because back-to-backs, we all play back-to-backs. All the teams play back-to-backs. It's tough. It really is, and we just didn't have the machismo in the second game.
Oh.
So no excuses. The Islanders won. The Islanders deserve to win. They wanted it harder than we did, but we're still on top of the world. We're still dominating the NHL. We're so far ahead in everything: points, goals. I mean, me and Devon were just talking about, those stats, and they're just running away with it.
They've got breathing room to make a few mistakes. Not too many mistakes.
Correct.
But a few.
Correct.
And I think you mentioned this earlier that a mistake can often be a very, very valuable tool.
Absolutely. The Lightning, this is how dominating. I'm gonna review how dominating the Lightning are. And some of the fans of the other teams are not going to want to hear this stuff. Wins, Tampa Bay Lightning, 35. Points, Tampa Bay Lightning, 72. Row, 32. PCT points, 783. Goals, 186. Goals a game, 4.4. Goal differential, plus 56. Power play percentage, 29.9%. Road wins, 16. Road points, 34.
What?
Total domination
Okay.
of all those stats, folks.
That is impressive.
If you're a team, if you're a fan of another team, you're sitting back and you're listening to your broadcast journalist here and your co-host, you're saying to yourself, one of those guys, it's not, the season ain't over yet. Well, you know what? Yeah, you're right. It's not over yet. But the Tampa Bay Lightning are freaking killing it.
The sense of impending doom is starting to sink in for some of these teams. And
Yeah,
we're not at the All-Star break yet, but once we get to that halfway point, we talk about teams like Ottawa.
It's already over the halfway point now.
Yeah.
Oh, we are.
Yeah, we are.
Shows how much I know. But yeah, that it's the specter of death.
You really
sneaking up on you.
Do you really think that these other teams want to really play the Tampa Bay Lightning?
Clearly not.
Clearly not. No. Nobody
There's
wants
no
to play.
way.
Nobody wants to play us. Nobody wants to play the Tampa Bay Lightning. We got the best NHL team. I just gave you the facts right here. The stats never lie. We lead in just about every single category in all of the NHL.
Mm-hmm.
That's how good we are. And our depth, like I told you before, that's one of the things that wins you a championship. When you can lose one or two players, one or two main players, and
your backup,
keep this going. 72 freaking points. All these wins. It is just an incredible, incredible season for the Tampa Bay Lightning. They're not going to get stopped.
No,
Mm-hmm.
They're not
no
going
way.
to. It's not going to happen.
Still might be
You're going to have these little hiccups. I look at the Islander game as a hiccup.
a little
I do.
stumble
Yeah.
every now and again.
Yeah.
As you pointed out, Devon, you can't win them all. It's statistically impossible to win. Well, I mean, maybe not statistically impossible, but very, very, very extraordinarily unlikely that you win every game. But like we discussed again, I think it's important to bring it up, is losses and things like that remind you that you have to come out and play. You You have to, as you said earlier, Joe, play hard, take every possession, every power play, everything as serious as you possibly can. And the Lightning do that.
They do.
They are a consummate professional team, and it's a thing of beauty.
It really is, and this is their year, and it's if they don't win it, I'd be shocked and devastated. But they're just totally so dominant that it's other teams are not wanting to play us.
Ed Moran asks, "Well, what about Washington?" I assume he means the Capitals.
What about Washington?
I don't know. Maybe maybe they're not scared.
They need to be.
Yeah, they're not. They should be.
They should be very.
They really need to be. They're number 6 ranked. They obviously are. Alex Ovechkin is a great player. Not taking anything away from them. Do I feel that they're better than us? Absolutely not.
No.
I do not think they're better than us. We have an all-star goalie. We have all-stars all over. Nikita Kucherov is killing it this year. And last I looked, am I right? Is Nikita Kucherov on top of the world right now?
Yeah.
Ahead of Cindy Crosby, ahead of Alex Ovechkin, ahead of all these other guys, is he not?
Yeah.
Yeah? Who's the big kahuna this year? Who's on top of the world right now? It's Nikita Kucherov. He is the number 1 player right now in hockey. Period.
And he's on a roll for the Hart Trophy.
He's on a roll for all the eligible trophies that are out there. If the season ended today, Nikita Kucherov would be walking away with all those trophies.
Do you think this is going to be a career season for him? Something that he'll look back on and say it was his best season ever?
Yeah. Well, look at the stats. I mean, this guy's got 53 assists.
Yeah.
53 assists. Cooch, points. Folks, you want to know how many points Cooch has? You really think all these guys have a chance? Cooch has 75 points.
What?
75 points.
Okay.
Yeah. Tell me who's better right now. Tell me who's hotter than Nikita Kucherov right now. Tell me who's even close to Nikita Kucherov right now.
Nobody.
Dead silence.
It just got suspicious and quiet.
Dead silence. Am I worried about Washington? Hell no. We are 10 times better. The last time we faced the Washington Capitals, they did beat us. Yes. However, we are a lot better team, and we have this year we're just totally demolishing everybody. So without a question of a doubt, we are better than Washington. We are better than Pittsburgh. We are better than 99% of the teams. I only give San Jose. They gave us kind of a hard time. San Jose. Yeah.
It was
San Jose. Yeah. There's a few teams that'll give us a hard time on the road to the Cup, but I really feel that we will overcome and we will be victorious. And when it comes down to the end and it comes down to the Stanley Cup final, we will win, and that'll be it. It'll be time to party in Tampa Bay like it's 2004.
That's right. We're going to fill up that Stanley Cup with some shrimp. Get some cocktail sauce. Have a great time. You don't like shrimp?
No,
I can't eat it.
Man. I know you can't eat it, Devin. But
no,
anyway.
Not going to happen.
Yeah. Well, we've got about 2 minutes left.
Okay.
Let's give a quick shout out to some of the fine people that have joined us since our last shout out. We've got a few cats here. Of course, Ed Moran. He's been chatting with us down here. So,
Pittsburgh Penguin fan.
Yeah. David Orcutt, Teresa Lambertson Perez.
Yeah.
Kevin Williams. And I hope I pronounced this guy's last name correctly. Keith Kunzig.
Keith.
Welcome. Any final thoughts there, Joe?
Well, I'm going to give it to Devin first.
Devin, do you have any final thoughts?
Thank you, everybody, for watching, and let's go Bolts. Let's kill it.
Very good.
He always keeps it so short and sweet.
I love it. A few
you
words.
know what? I wish I could do that, but I just can't. I cannot do that. I cannot do 20 words and just say that's it. I can't do that. It's not going to happen.
You know, some people are butchers, and some people are bakers, and some people are candlestick makers.
And other people are broadcast
a broadcast journalist and
Absolutely.
a man of many words, which is all fine. And
yeah, I truly am. I am a man of many words.
So
I'm going to tell it like it is.
Predictions for the score on the Dallas game tonight.
Oh, boy. Interesting. Well, they got a backup goaltender tonight. Ben Bishop is not in the lineup. I reported this early this morning. If you were watching my page, I also said that Vasi was going to start in goal. That's correct. Vasi is starting in goal. Victor Hedman is playing tonight. Amazingly, it looked kind of scary. We all thought it was a concussion and everything when he ran into the referee. That was scary. However, Victor is playing tonight. Game time 8:30. We'll be getting off the air at 8 o'clock, so we'll have plenty of time. It's a wonderful thing. I'm going to go Bolts 5. Vasi gives up maybe 1 goal.
All right, what about you, Devin? Predictions?
I'm gonna go with 6-1.
6-1. Wow, these are both very conservative estimates. Well, it's been a great show. We are your Tampa Bay ThunderStrikers, broadcasting from the WCIG 104.1 FM radio booth inside Snappers Grill and Comedy Club. And we'll see you next week.
See you next week, next Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good night, everybody.
The Tampa Bay Lightning are gonna kick the crap out.